Let's tie Rene Harrop's CDC Biot done. We start with a Tiemco 100 hook and 17-aught uni thread. Lay down a good foundation of thread on the hook and take it back just to above the barb of the hook. Now I've got about 7 or 8 Coq-de-Lion fibers. Love this stuff because it's translucent, it stays stiff, got a little shimmy to it, and it's got built-in barring. I want the tail to be just about the length of the body, which is actually the length of the shank of the hook. And tie it in. Now I'm going to take the same amount of CDC fibers, and tie in that bundle right on top of the Coq-de-Lion. These are, of course, in done. If you're wondering, this is the CDC you get from Trout Hunter, which is Rene Harrop's brand. I'm going to lash it to the hook, top of the hook, all the way up almost to the eye, and then trim the excess. I want the shuck or the CDC fibers to be about half the length of the tail. Now I've got an olive goose biot. I'm going to tie it in by the tip with the notch facing to the back so that I get, when I do the concentric wraps, I get a nice smooth body, smooth tapered body. Tie off my thread. So that I can wrap my goose biot. Clamp it in my hackle pliers and wrap and overlap so I don't get that fuzz, covering up that fuzz. And I bring it up probably almost 3/4 of the hook. Then I'm going to tie off my goose biot. When I do my wraps, I don't put much pressure on the biot. I just let the weight of the hackle pliers keep tension on it. Now I've got a pair of done CDC feathers. Oh, excuse me. I've got a little bit of dubbing, specifically for blue wing olive. I'm going to write my thorax. And my goal is to get about twice the thickness of the body, of the abdomen. And I'm also, what I'm doing is because I have that thorax so thick, I'm using it as a dam so it'll uplift my CDC feathers. So they'll go straight up, or at least almost straight up. I'm going to take a pair, now I'm going to take a pair of CDC feathers and done, and match up the tips. And I want the wing to be, the length of the shank, and then also include the shuck. And I've got the CDC feathers opposing each other, so they're both flared out. I'm measuring what it is, about the length. I'm going to tie my CDC and use that tied up tight to that hump of the thorax to push up my CDC feathers. Now, I'm going to take the stem on one side and pull it down so that it's parallel to the shaft or the abdomen and wrap it down, and then do it to the other side and wrap it down. Now I'm going to take that, those are like my outriggers, and I'm cutting it to about a half the length of the wing. And trimming off some of those excess coq-de-lion CDC feathers or fibers. And that stem acts like like rudders or outriggers. Now add a little bit more dubbing again to my thread to wrap the head of my fly. And just tie off my thread. I'm going to get some errant, obviously got some errant coq-de-lion CDC fibers, and just trimming those away. And this is my version of Rene Harrop's CDC Biot done.